Factsverse presents Turkish divers searching for a lake monster uncover a 3,000-year-old mystery. When people in history explore new lands, they have no idea what they're going to find. Christopher Columbus set out in search of a new world, not knowing that the Earth wasn't flat. He had no idea what was in store for him. And the same is true with the prospectors who headed to California in search of gold. Even today, people are out searching for things and they end up finding something completely different than what they set out for. Lake Van is the largest body of water in all of Turkey. It's located over 5,000 feet below sea level, and it never freezes. That's because the lake's high salinity keeps the water flowing all year long. This strange phenomena, however, has come at the price of Lake Van's biodiversity. Due to the high levels of salt in the water, there is only one type of fish that can live there – the pearl mullet. According to legend, these mackerel-sized fish aren't the only creatures that lurk beneath the water, though. For over 100 years, there have been sightings of a monster that lives in the lake. While the claims have never been proven, in 1997 a man named Unal Kozak managed to capture the creature on film. The video he captured shows a large monster that resembles some kind of squid coming up from the water before it slowly disappears in the waves. Even though he caught the entire thing on video, there are still some scholars who aren't sure if this creature is real. Although it may have been proven that this creature does exist and is living under the waters in Lake Van, archaeologists are still heading out there and exploring the lake. Recently, an expedition led divers to the bottom of the lake, and what they found was something they had never seen before. The search was performed by a group of researchers assembled by Van Usense Yale University, and they were there to debunk another age-old myth. They wanted to prove that the lost city of Atlantis was not under the waters of Lake Van. The reason they thought this was because the land surrounding the lake was once home to an ancient civilization that flourished in Turney during the Iron Age over 3,000 years ago. Today, very few remnants of these people or the city remain. Tashin Seelan was asked to lead the expedition due to his years of diving experience. He also had extensive knowledge of Lake Van. The people funding the expedition, they were sure that he was their best bet in locating the lost city, or debunking its existence. When it came time for Tassin to get into the water, he was a bit weary. He'd been in these waters many times, and each time he wondered if that would be the day that he would come face-to-face with the terrifying monster that's been seen there. His team was also a bit nervous. The water was big, murky, nobody knew exactly what lied below the surface. When the team got to the bottom of the lake, they began combing the sand for signs of artifacts. Almost immediately, the divers saw a large shadow. It caused panic in the entire group. As the divers tried to gather their courage, they swam toward the shadow, and they were shocked when they found out what they were seeing wasn't a monster. It was a castle. It was in remarkable condition, but they weren't sure if the castle actually was from the Eurasian Empire as they were expecting. As the team continued to explore, they found etchings of a lion on the wall. They knew the ancient civilization used symbols like these for centuries. The team started taking photos, sure that they had found what they were looking for. Well, despite their find, scholars are still skeptical regarding Tassin's team's discovery. They believed that the lion symbol was from the Middle Ages, not the Iron Age. The archaeological community remains split about this find beneath Lake Van. The scholars who do believe that the castle was from the ancient civilization believe this because they say the stones used to build it were a mix of both Unitarian and medieval. With the archaeological community split in their belief, there is no definitive answers yet. This could be the remnants of a lost civilization, or it could just be what's left over from another. Either way, it's still an incredible find. Tassin says that he is thrilled to have found the castle. He's even more excited this was not the day that he and the sea monster came face-to-face. Subscribe for more.